I think there are four main points. Number one, the deal allows Iran to continue to enrich uranium, and that would mean that Iran will do so in the future. This is something that Netanyahu objects to in principle. Two, he is absolutely certain that Iran will continue to cheat, and during this period will be racing toward reaching the breakout point, so to speak. Third, he definitely does not trust Obama to take any action should Iran is caught cheating. And finally, he feels very constrained that during these 6 months he will be unable to take any action because that will be totally against the will of the international community. You know, I think, first of all, because President Obama feels that he has an obligation to pursue the resolution to the conflict with Iran very peacefully. Two, he also feels strongly that should this interim agreement succeed, he will be able then to build on it a more comprehensive agreement to prevent Iran from acquiring nuclear weapons altogether. The third, I think he also believes that the deal could stabilize the region, which is extremely important, specifically at this point in time. And finally, he feels that Iran may well be able to play a more positive role, both in Syria as well as in Afghanistan. I think President Obama will impose certainly a much more crippling sanction against Iran. He may well simultaneously issue an ultimatum for Iran to begin dismantling some of its nuclear facilities. Should that fail, I think Obama may well attempt a surgical strike against Iran. And finally, this may well vindicate Netanyahu's position, and should the United States does not strike Iran, I think Netanyahu may well do so on his own. You know, I think that since Prime Minister Netanyahu was against the deal, he may well harden his position in connection with the Israeli-Palestinian peace negotiations. Second, I think this will provide Obama the opportunity to insist that Iran tones down its hostilities and the threats against Israel. And finally, should the Iranian threat is in fact removed, I think Netanyahu would be in a much better position to focus on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict and perhaps make some progress in that regard.